work a lot in the area of resiliency. So
Resilience.
resiliency is this ability for people to bounce back from hard times. But then I work in this little section called post-traumatic growth, where,
Mm.
after people have their suffering, and I call it the 3 Ds, it's either a death, a terrible diagnosis, or a divorce, like a breakup, like what you were speaking about.
Yeah.
That's usually what throws people into some sort of um, willingness to consider other ways of thinking about life. And so
Yes.
post-traumatic growth is really what you've done in so many ways, is after all the difficulties, all of the hits that you've taken, all of the struggles that you've gone through, it's actually like you've been in the gym, like life's gym,
Oh,
and you've
sure.
been boxing and working out, and your muscles have shredded a little, but you go to sleep at night and your body rebuilds,
Sure.
right? And you're stronger. This is post-traumatic growth. So talk about what that has meant to you, whether that be in Europe or in Japan or Ghana, post-traumatic growth. What are your thoughts on that?
What specifically would you like to know about that?
So people people often want to avoid difficult things.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they often want
So,
to avoid difficult things, but that's actually exactly where they need to head into to become who they were meant to be.
yeah,
That's
look,
my
so
work.
many times people think, I often say, don't pray for life to get easier. Instead, develop yourself to the point where your capacity to deal with more expands. Because if you look at the true, let's say, the great surfers in life, big wave surfers, right? Kelly Slater, Laird Hamilton, um, they go chasing the big waves. And the better they get, they don't seek the smaller waves, they seek the bigger waves. And so I think that if you're up to anything in life, especially a purpose, a big purpose, wanting to have a bigger impact, likely you're going to be faced with bigger challenges and bigger problems because you will need to be able to surf bigger waves and bigger difficulties. And so sometimes people have this illusion that when you find your purpose, life gets easier. When you find your
It
purpose,
doesn't.
the violins play and everything like the self-help books sell this sort of bullshit idea that everything flows and everything is easy. It just comes to you out of materialized out of nowhere. It's like sometimes when you find your purpose, that's when the real tests begin. That's when the real difficulties begin. That's when the real challenges begin, because as you mentioned, those challenges are, let's call them soul tests that you have to go through to develop the mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological muscle to be capable of fulfilling the dream that you have. So the dream, you have the dream, but now you have to go on the journey of developing the muscle and becoming the person who's capable of fulfilling the dream. And if you don't go through this is why many times people who try to hack their way through life, if you don't go through the journey and the experiences, you don't develop the resilience and the muscle and the compassion and the understanding and the stamina to be able to handle the weight of what you're going to have to do. I look at someone like a Mandela, right? This dude had massive. Everyone wants to be like Mandela, but few want to go through what Mandela
They
did.
don't want to go through what he went through. 27 years
27 years in
in
prison.
prison.
It's like, can you imagine? Right? That is called like going to the spiritual
Endurance.
gymnasium. Like everyone wants to be like Gandhi, but no one wants to do what Gandhi did. Everyone wants to be like Muhammad Ali, but nobody wants to do that, what he did. Everyone wants to be like Mother Teresa. And so you will have to go through challenges. To me, it's an inevitable part of life. I like to see like we are souls.
Mhm.
We incarnate into this human experience in order
Mhm.
to learn, in order to grow, in order to evolve. To me, life is simply like a university or gymnasium for our soul's growth and evolution. Every experience, every relationship, every heart, everything you go through is part of the teaching, part of the lesson that your soul needs to go through in order to grow and evolve. And I like to see it as a blessing, although sometimes those challenges
Ugh.
will come gift wrapped in wrapping that you have to unwrap, and you're not able to see the gifts in those moments. But the thing is, many times when people start pursuing their goal and their dream, and when they face these tests and challenges and all hell breaks loose and all shit falls apart and life is dark and they're faced with these problems, we sometimes think that, oh, I'm on the wrong path. I'm taking the wrong, but the truth is you're actually on the right path because you're facing the challenges.
That's
You're
right. And
on
you're
the
just
right
hitting resistance.